I do have some news on Keyonte George. He will be out tomorrow. That's a for sure. With a mild ankle sprain. But after that, he's day to day. And explain his loss. For all those who don't follow Baylor or are a fan of him, or just somebody that's curious in the Big 12, you have to play against him. He leads the team in points, 16.3 points per game. 16.3. He averages 4.3 rebounds per game, 2.9 assists per game. He does average 3 turnovers per game, which that's a lot. 1.1 steals per game. He shoots 35.6% from 3, and that's on 202 attempts. And 72 of those were makes. He's 80.6% from free throws, 108 for 134 on free throws. But his shooting percentage is really low, though, like 39.1% on 373 shots, which he made 146 of those. Obviously, we knew it was bad once he turned the ball over and he was hopped straight to the locker room. Luckily, it's mild, but it's still not good to get hurt down this stretch here. I mean, when this regular season's about to end. But there's no need to rush him back, in my opinion. Baylor is firmly fit or fourth in the conference, not fifth. Like I thought we were fifth. Nope. We were fourth in the conference, firmly there. I mean, Kansas is 12-4. Texas 11-5. Kansas State 10-6. Baylor 10-6. Then there's a drop off to Iowa State, that's 8-8. TCU, that's 8-8. Oklahoma State 7-9. Texas Tech 5-11. West Virginia 5-11. Oklahoma 4-12. So, as you could tell, there's a bit of drop off. Here's the fortunate news. You have depth. You got Dale Bonner, who stepped up immensely last game. I expect Langston to be a starter. I would at this point. And this means Jim Bridges needs to step up. Same thing goes for Jonathan Chomachachua. I know he's a different position in Floton, but I know that's a different position too. But you know what I'm saying. It's next man up mentality for everybody. I mean, and the good news is, all you have to do is to win one of the next 2 games to be for sure. We're going to, unless we really falter down the stretch, we should be at worst 5th, which I don't think that's going to really happen. I mean, 4th, 5th, doesn't really matter. Well, I know Iowa State does have to play us, but they also play West Virginia at home. So, right now we would be projected to play against them. I would save them up and don't play them this week. I know it sounds crazy, but there's no use into rushing him back too quickly, especially when the NCAA tournament's around the corner. I mean, it's the truth. It's in less than 3 weeks. Because we know after this week, there's Big 12 tournament the following week, and then the following week after that. Yeah. I know it's not great, but at least it's not like a season ending. Though granted, I know last year we had said LJ Cryer was day to day with his foot, and he didn't play again. So, it's something worth monitoring here, whether or not he plays. And we have to go on the road tomorrow against Oklahoma State, and they're in danger of missing the NCAA tournament. like I said in my preview, you got to beware. They are dangerous. And yes, they're without Avery Anderson for the rest of the year, one of the better guards with a wrist. And he had surgery. But still, they're a good team. I say, no matter what, let's try to win tomorrow. That way we don't have to worry about the standings at all. Because, to be honest, we know the likelihood of moving up to a 3 spot is going to be hard. Especially when Kansas State owns head-to-head against us 2-0. But they have to go on the road to West Virginia. I think West Virginia is desperate for a win. In the worst way, I think that West Virginia beats them. It's Oklahoma. Oklahoma beat Iowa State at home, so I think Kansas State loses once. But the thing is, do we really? It's either going to be a 3 or a 4 to me, as long as we win one of these next 2 games. And we need to finish the regular season strong regardless of injury or not, because we want to improve our NCAA tournament resume and get more quad 1 wins here, especially if we want to be a 2 seed in the NCAA tournament. It's a lot easier being a 2 seed than a 3. When it comes to I'm not going to say this team is the Final Four, but make a deeper run. It's somewhat easier, though. I know we have seen some 2 seeds in the past that have lost in the first round before, and in the round of 32. So, that's before the Final Four. But that's besides the point. We just need Keyonte to get healthy when we really, truly need him down the stretch for the rest of the year. So, and Texas does have to have 2 hard games coming up. So they have TCU on the road. That's going to be hard. I think TCU bounces back and beats them. And then they have a tough game with Kansas. We all know. I'm not sure if they're going to go 0-2 in those 2 games. It wouldn't shock me if they did. So all we have to we could potentially move up in the Big 12. Like up to maybe 2nd. But that requires us winning the next 2 games. And then Kansas State losing once and Texas losing twice. But let's just try to win tomorrow. Focus on that. Whatever happens, we've got to get ready for Iowa State anyway. And Iowa State's reeling. I mean, when you look at it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have lost the last 5 out of 6 games. But if you want to go even further than that, the last 5 out of 7. Yeah. Or even further than that, like 6 out of the last 8, 7 out of the last 9. 7 out of the last 10. Trying to even go one more game behind that. 8 out of the last 11 games. After that magical start. So, they have been falling off of a cliff. So, still, we can't overlook them. We just need to play our best when it comes to that game. Regardless if no Keyonte or not. So, I'm going to definitely monitor on this situation for Keyonte George. Anyways, if you like this content, hit like and subscribe, and see you guys later. It's 5 subscribers. We're on the road to it. Let's go.